Welcome back to the King Tales recap show, man. And I am your host, King Tail, and I'm back with another week, man, of the weekend sports recap. How y'all feeling out there? I hope everybody is well. Everybody had a great weekend out there this weekend. And I want to make sure y'all know tonight is a special episode for Tail. You feel me? It's a special episode. I got two of the guys who talk tear up the game, know the game in and out, know the football game. I got two of my high school coaches. I got my defensive coordinator and my DB coach. You feel me? On tonight with me, Coach Kenny Strong, Coach Young. Y'all already know Coach Young already. He a fan favorite. Y'all be clamoring for him. Y'all know he gonna come on here and keep it real. And I got some things I want to ask him. They don't move on to the next level. Coach Strong right now at Southeastern University right now, 6-2 number 19th ranked team in the country in the NIA. Y'all in the NIA, right? Okay, bet. Yeah, so yeah, I got them on tonight. We got some great topics for y'all. Y'all know we gonna talk Florida State getting demolished in Notre Dame. That's just fucking ridiculous. That don't even make no sense. That just don't make no sense. We gonna talk. Y'all know we gotta talk y'all favorite Coach Young favorite, the Miami boys. We got the U down them upset. And we gonna talk a little Kirby Smart upset with one of his players, man, after the Georgia loss this weekend, after the upset loss to Ole Miss. But before we get into the show, y'all already know the King Tail Recap Show is brought to you by Test One Boy Peanuts. And if you use the promo code right now, live show, you will get $10 off on your next piece of merch off of tasteoneboypeanuts.com. Yes, if you use the promo code live show right now, you will get $10 off on your next piece of Taste One Boy Peanuts merch. So y'all make sure y'all go tap in with the family. But hey, man, I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer, man. I'm finna go ahead and pop these boys up, let them do their introduction. Give y'all a little introduction first. I'm gonna pop it off with Coach Kenny Strong, running back coach at Southeastern University, man. Coach Strong, how you feeling?
That was good, Tail. How you?
I'm good, man. They don't know this connection right here go back, about
Yeah,
10 years plus right here. This is
yeah,
when you came back to Pope coaching, you came back down coaching my group, the DB group. You
yes,
feel me?
sir.
We formed a tight little bond from that group. That first little group right there. We had a little group. Y'all don't know we had a group.
Yeah,
We
man.
had a group called the Money Team. We call us the Money Team. You hear me?
Yeah. Money team, man. Y'all the original money team, man. I carried that
Mm-hmm.
name with my DBs on through, man. I called my late get some boys that as well. When I went over, but yeah, man, like you said, when I first got back to Polk County, that was 2012, y'all senior year.
Mm-hmm.
You, John Battle, Montarius West, Joe Townsend. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry,
Denagal, damn Denagal.
yeah. My
He
boy
gonna
Joe.
be in here tonight. He gonna see Coach Strong popped up in here.
Hey,
He gonna be in the comments.
my
He gonna
boy,
be in the comments for sure.
my boy Rashawn Denegal, you know what I'm saying? Eric Rooker. Yeah, man. I remember
Mm-hmm.
all y'all boys, man. I love that group right there, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
y'all boys are eager to learn, man. I thank Coach Biz and Coach Young for bringing me into that program, man. So now we had some good time. We did some great things, man. Wish we could
But
have had some longer times together.
facts, we had some times. They don't understand. We had some moments. Hey,
Mhm.
but without further ado, man, y'all know y'all. I got one of y'all favorite on here, man. Y'all know y'all love when I bring Coach Young on here, man. We got without further ado, Coach Young. What it do, Coach?
What's up, big guy? What's up?
Another aficionado of mine. I feel like these are two of the greatest of my offense and defense. They just not knowing one side of the ball. Coach Strong on coached on both sides of the ball, on both sides of the ball in high school. On one state championships. Yeah,
Yeah.
Lakeland. You feel me? He a Lakeland alumni from my area. He won't let us let that down, boy, when we was in school. But he won't let us let that down, though. Then you got Coach Young, another state champ. I got a lot of winning on right now, man. I got a lot of winning on right now. But hey, we're gonna kick off the show and we're gonna start it off with I want to get into y'all since y'all two the coaches. I want to know how y'all feel about Kirby Smart getting upset with his player Jake Pope after the Ole Miss loss. After the Ole Miss loss, as y'all know, Ole Miss stormed the field. And then you know how I go after a big time win. You got to storm the field. You got to feel your students feeling themselves. Jake Pope caught himself up in a VAR clip going VAR over the weekend, celebrating with the Ole Miss fans out there jerking with them. I say, oh, no. I just want to know how y'all feel about this generation of athletes right here. How would y'all handle that as a coach? Coach Strong, I know you at Southeastern right now. What would you do with one of your running backs if they did that?
Oh man, well first off, I ain't see the clip, man, but just based on the description, man, it's got to come down to some type of program loyalty, some team loyalty, man. I do understand the transfer portal is prevalent right now, and I do understand that, guys being their emotions after the game, man. But, it's all about put on a unified front, man. Coaches ain't always necessarily in agreement, about decisions on the field, man. But, in the heat of the moment, you can't, jump ship like that, man. So a guy like that, man, you open to celebrating with the other team, man, just like the young boys say, that's the ops, man.
That's the ops.
So if you celebrate with the ops, you want to be with them, go be with them. You know what I mean? It's hard for you to come back in our locker room, man, and stand for what we standing for, wearing what we wearing. You just out there celebrating our downfall, man. So that wouldn't stand, with no program I've ever been a part of.
Never, because just going back on our time, if we did something crazy like that, do you not know what y'all would have did to us?
Nah, man, like I say, man, it's loyalty, man. I done been at places where I see kids come to school with the other team logo on, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no pride thing. I can't imagine a Bartow student or a Bartow football player walking around with any logo that ain't Bartow. You know what I'm saying?
With a Kathleen logo on. That's like me walking around there with a Kathleen logo on, a late Gibson or something. What is you doing, cuz? You at Bartow. What you doing?
We ain't got to put titles on it, man, but just anything. If I'm on this campus and I got on the logo that ain't this campus right here, you know what I'm saying? What message you sending? If you want to be
That's
over there,
facts.
by all means, go be over there, man. But this right here, this room right here, you know what I'm saying? We got to be about what we own. And if you ain't with that, man, you against it.
Coach Young, how you feel about that, Coach Young? I know you'll go crazy.
I mean, I like I said, I haven't seen it what he did, but just hearing you talk about it, it kind of reminds me, it's reminding me what's going on now with a lot of the new football players and stuff going on, man. And it lets you know that you have brought it to the program. When you able to just switch out just like that, and then your mind ain't even on it. And then right now with this transfer portal, he probably set up the league. And he just
but he didn't transfer though.
He didn't.
He would transfer himself though.
So he transferred into the program.
He transferred from Belmont. He from Belmont.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
Hold on. I'm finna show y'all the clip. Hold on. Let me pull this up. I'm finna show y'all the clip. Let y'all see the clip.
They don't believe in the shit. That's what I'm saying. That's what's going on with the transfer. That's why y'all, Florida State was like that. Getting their ass whooped because of stuff like that. Buying players. Just because they transfer don't make them good. You heard what Nick Saban said.
Y'all see it? You feel me? Y'all see? So now y'all see that. Now that y'all got a clear understanding of what just happened, that's wild, ain't no?
Yeah, man, he for sure he out of pocket with that, man. But like you said, it's anything, man. Anything come easy, go easy. You know what I'm saying? So you just say he was a transfer in. He already left a program before. You know what I'm saying? And by that clip, not to judge the young man, but it seemed like he 1 foot in, 1 foot out. We call guys like that front runners, man. When everything going good. This team, that. As soon as something don't go their way, they ready to jump ship, man. It's hard to build programs with guys like that.
Coach Young?
I mean, it is what it is, man. I mean.
But I really want to know y'all in this tape, though. Like, how are you supposed to build a real program with all this transferring? You can't even get on the kid now. You get on the kid, he ready to jump. Soon as you need to get better here, he ready to jump. Soon as you say this, he ready to jump. How can you build a solid program with all that going on?
My thing is, with again, a new wave of things that I'm seeing, I'm not into them. I know Strong probably see that a lot with a lot of guys that feel like they're entitled. And just because they showing up now and they should have this. One thing I had posted the other day, just because you get recruited doesn't mean you just know NIL deal. And people forget that nowadays with the recruitment. And, like I say, it's the people, the yes mans around these young men that make them feel like they're entitled. And if they don't get what they want, then you should go somewhere else and then do this. And then most of the time they end up missing out on their career. Man, Ted, you were just talking about quarterback play. How it usually take like almost 3 years before you kind of break the college quarterback system, getting camaraderie with the receivers and learning different play combination and different, formations and stuff like that. That shit take time. You can't learn that like you just transfer in high school and in the last month and think you're going to pick up all that and grasp that material and be successful during the college football season. So there's a lot of them just doing that right now, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, as a big fan and as a player of the game myself, I mean, I have my teams I like, but I watch all college football and all of football. And I just see the direction it's going when I show up to high school games, little league games, when I go to college games and just watch, and I'm like, man, this shit crazy, man. I almost see why Nick Saban get out of it. But you can't build a team off nothing like that. You gotta get rid of that and have more to other.
Coach Strong, with you being in the program, with you having to deal with this new age transfer portal, I can leave when I want to. I ain't got to go sit. Kids don't want to sit and develop no more. They feel like they want to. If they're not playing, some kids feel like they ain't coming in right now and playing right now. They got to go. They got to get up out of here. What you said ain't what you said. But sometimes, kids, you got to sit. You got to sit and learn the game. Definitely college. You got to get your body ready for college. You got to get your mind ready for college. You might not even, you good there, but you might not be ready here yet. You're going to might be ready in a year or two. But kids feel like they should be playing now. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think, to piggyback on what Coach Young said, man, a lot of it going to the yes men in these kids' corner, man. Some of these kids been playing ball, since they were single digit age, 7, 8, 9, 10. They probably have been in certain camps. They probably have been ranked the top, fourth grader in the class or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, things like that's just unrealistic, man. You kind of setting the kid up for failure, you know what I mean? There's no way to tell who the top fourth grader is in the country. There's no way to tell who the top fourth grader is in your area. Kids ain't grown, kids ain't developed, kids ain't hit puberty, kids ain't matured yet. So it's got to be a real sense somewhere around this guy, whether it's a parent, whether it's a family member, whether it's a coach. So from my standpoint, man, in recruiting, I mean, I firmly believe, man, real recognize real, man. You have to shoot kids straight. Every kid might not necessarily be our type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Just because a kid is high star, high rated, you know what I mean, did a lot. You got to feel that kid out. You got to vet that kid, man. Is he a kid that's a program guy or is he a me guy? You know what I'm saying? What's his family like? Are they people that they want to tell you such and such about his accomplishments, how great he is. You got to tell them straight up, like, look, this is our depth chart right here. This guy done this guy done this guy done this. And you kind of see where you fall in this pecking order, man. I got dogs already. You know what I'm saying? The beauty about college is I'm going out to get another U next year, regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, I like to shoot it straight to them, man. I like to say, hey, look, this is what I would like you to do in the program. This is what I see for you doing in the program eventually. But, you got to do your part too. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a student. You got to learn the game. You got to be on time. You got to, work out, work your body ready and all that. If you ain't doing your part, then by all means, you know what I'm saying? I'm recruiting the guy next year to beat you out. You know what I'm saying? If you do your part, then at the same time as a coach, you got to hold true to your word. You know what I mean? You got to throw that kid a bone. You got to get him in on special teams. You know what I'm saying? You got to show him some love. But, it's give and take, man. So be honest with him from the jump. You know what I'm saying? You ain't the best thing since sliced bread. It is kid out there better. But also at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Don't feed into that ego, man. If you got an ego kid and that ain't your style, don't recruit that kid, man. By all means, let him go on and do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind taking the 5th, 6th, 7th guy on my board because I know he's going to fit my program better. He's going to fit my system better versus taking the top guy that I really want on the board, but I know he's going to come here and be a counselor to the program.
Okay, so when you going in a recruit, you looking for the real. So you looking for, but with you in the recruit, he said, "What's up, fan? Who this is? Y'all know who this is? Shy Boogie."
Nah, I don't know the picture.
Oh, that's probably somebody. But going into it, it's like I'm seeing it. Like Coach Young said, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the landscape how it's going. How I just flipped. It seemed like how I just flipped right overnight. Because I remember when I was in school, you couldn't do all that moving and running and leaving, and you want to go here, I want to go there. Now with this new transfer rule, every year I can leave. If let's say I'm the new hot, I feel like I'm the hottest thing on sliced bread. Coach Strong done brought me in here.
Hey,
I feel like I deserve more touches. I feel like I'm putting in the work. I feel like I'm better than this back. Man, I get up out of here. I'm gone, coach. Man, forget what you're talking about. I feel like I'm better than this guy. I gotta get up out of here. That's what I'm seeing from a lot of kids, definitely from this area.
Yeah, man, but like I say, man, again, I ain't never gonna badmouth my area, talk, too much into the insides on things, but a lot of this, and we know it, you know what I'm saying? Coach Young know it, I know Tell you plugged in, you know it. A lot of these guys getting fed dreams from the jump, man. You know what I'm saying? It's somebody in their corner that's telling them they're the man. There's somebody that's telling them that they the top dog, that they don't need to listen to this, that da. So, you know what I'm saying? It's about that village that's around that kid. So as a recruiting, you got to just get in
between family too, huh?
Yeah. Feel like the people that's around them, man. You know what I'm saying? Check on them. Go sit at the game with them, see how they respond to the coach's decisions. You know what I'm saying? Coach make a decision in the game. Is the parent bad mouthing? Is the uncle bad mouthing? Are they pulling that kid to the side and telling them to do opposite of what he being taught? Because you can see all that from the jump. All that's gonna follow him wherever he go. You know what I'm saying? Whoever that kid may be, good or bad. So if you're from a humble background, if you're a kid that's listening and learning and wants to be coached, that's the kind of kid you're gonna bring in your program. If you're a diva, if you're a prima donna, you know what I'm saying? If you're a kid that's been bucking practice, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of stuff don't make the news. You feel me? Or if you're a kid that, he cheat reps and that kind of stuff don't make the news, you got to find all this stuff out, man. So a recruiter got to do their job, man. A lot of times guys just star chase. You know what I'm saying? They see a kid that's 5-star, 4-star, whatever. They just going at them because he got the stars. You feel me? You break down that kid play, he might not even play that well. You know what I'm saying? He might miss a lot of titles. He might not, he might take a lot of plays off, but he make a few splash plays, and so everybody just remember that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, as a recruiter, you gotta truly evaluate these kids, man, on and out the field. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we making an investment, man, $250,000 a year investment. You know what I'm saying? In some situations, or over the course of a career,
millions.
Put your money on.
Millions. At that level, when the kid feel like he can make that much bread, then how you keep a kid humble making that much bread in college? How do you keep a kid that humble?
Listen, I ain't got the answer to that, bro. I'm in the NAIA program.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to worry too much about that.
We ain't got NAIA. I mean, we ain't got NIL in our situation, man. But like I say, if
you was in that situation, you had a guy. You just had a guy, freshman. Let's say a freshman breakout. Both of y'all, I want both of y'all to answer this. Y'all had a freshman. You had a freshman D tackle or some breakout, like the old boy from South Carolina, which they saying he finna demand. He finna demand a couple of M's from South Carolina. And then you got your running back that just broke out. He come to your office, Coach Strong, I need $500K or I'm gone. How do you handle that as a coach? Like, how do you handle that type stuff?
I mean, I don't know, Coach, you take it, Coach. Let me think on this one a little piece. Make sure I see it right.
Hey, I mean, I feel like this. You can't handle. If I was in that situation, I mean, I talked to somebody at I would say like a Power 5 school, and they mentioned something about a kid, and that the kid had a certain amount of money, and their parents didn't want him to have what he got from them. They wanted him to have more, but from a different place. So I asked that question to him, and because I had my thought process. When you got a kid like that, there's nothing the coach can do. But it goes back what Strong was saying. It's kind of what's feeding that animal. You know what I mean? What's feeding it. So if he's demanding this before he, based off what he did, and that kid you talking about is a pretty good player, man. Like you can tell he put in some big time work. But when they go to doing all that, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's almost every kid that I see have done that, and I ain't gonna just say the kids, even in my era who was trying to, you know, make themselves better than what it was. They never pan out because then they put so much energy into what they're doing negatively. Like, well, that's not really negative. I understand the whole thing about getting money, but like, come on, man. You know, work, get you 2 weeks in first for you to check. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to check before you even started to do got done the drill. I get it. I love it. But, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it needs to be a hold on that stuff. And then as you go, you know what I'm saying, you earn, because what happens is they get drowned with that financial gain. And then all of a sudden now it takes away their top level play. They're not the same person like that from high school or from the hype anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because
everybody equal now.
Correct. So it's like you got to build on that level before you get there. Because I mean, I don't know, man. I seen some guys that demanded stuff, and I'm like, man, okay. Like I gave you an example. Somebody sent me some film the other day, and you know, they said, man, how the kid look. And I said, well, first of all, you know, I'm out. You're the wrong person to send this shit to. Cause you ain't showing technique. You ain't, you know, he was a lineman. And if you ain't getting off the ball, you don't have that fast twitch. And then here's the thing, kind of what Stone said. The first thing I see now versus what I saw back then, the first thing I see was one game. And you got off the ball, and then it was another game. Then you got off the ball, and I said, well, goddamn, he ain't did nothing in none of the game. But one play, and then he was a slinger. He slung people. You know, he was a big guy. He didn't run through tackles. He just slung them. So I gave my perspective of it. Now you look at how you get recruited, nobody, and that's what it is. That's why it's then in December you have nothing because of that stuff. Now imagine somebody work with him, but that's why I don't know, man. The money, I love it. I like these kids to get money because we suffer, you know, and I mean suffer, but I like for them to get the money. I didn't think they would get this much. I was talking about 600 or something, 8,000.
You got these boys out here, Tesla trucks, whole parking lot, SRT out. You got, to me, the money ain't changed the real dogs. The money changed the fakers. And I noticed this. We're going to segue into my boys, Florida State. This is where the money changed some folk. Because, boy, I be seeing these boys with the big chains on, with the Cartier watches, with the SRTs and the Tesla trucks and the piss poor work ethic, though.
Yeah. So to answer the question a little bit, you know, that you asked previously, man, I think we got a saying in the college game where it's like, man, is the juice worth the squeeze? You know what I'm saying? So basically, what you getting out of this situation, you know what I'm saying? Is it worth what you got to put in for? So you ask, you know, if a kid coming in demanding this, that, and the next, you know what I'm saying? I think you need to create some type of incentive program. Like, look, all right, you demanding this, okay, we'll do this up front. You know what I'm saying? But you need to meet these goals. All right, you hit these goals right here, bang, bang, bang. All right, we could up it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like both of y'all just said, man, you give a kid too much on the front end, you know, what's his motivation on the back end? You know what I'm saying? He paid now, he chilling now, he partying now, he hanging out now, he a celebrity now, he got his followers up. He forgetting by practice, he forgetting by film, he forgetting by, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that made him, you know, worth all of that. So, you know, it's like potential, man. You know, potential ain't about nothing if you don't produce. You feel me? So, you know, if you want all this, you got to do this. You got to meet these steps. You know what I'm saying? That way we keep this thing. It's got to be give and take. You know, I don't mind giving, you feel me? But you can't just take from it. So if you ain't producing, because at the end of the day, like you just brought up Florida State, man. You know what I'm saying? 13-1 last year, they 1-9 this year. You know what I'm saying? Both coordinators fired. You feel me? Calling the same offense, same defense, but all of a sudden it just ain't quite clicking like it used to be. You know what I mean? So something got to give at the end of the day, my boy.
Speaking on Florida State, as y'all know, this shit went from sugar to shit so fast. In first program in NCAA in damn near about 70 years to start top 10, go one, then start the next season 1-9. Just went up there to Notre Dame, lost 52-3. Mm-hmm. You got, but it's not like you don't got talent in the program. You're supposed to have this talent. You got talent on the D line. You're supposed to have you got the most experienced offensive line in the country. You got a quarterback with a lot of experience supposed to be coming in. What can make a program go from top like that to just bottom out like that? How can you go from 13-0 to 1-9? I need an explanation from coaches. How can you go from 13-0 to 1-9 and make the very next season with a lot of those guys coming back? Yeah, you missing a little couple key pieces here. You lost your quarterback, but you brought in a guy with a lot of experience. You missing.
Hey, Taylor. So let me ask a question. Get out your feelings. I know you heard, but listen, right? when you listen, somebody else did that, and it backfired on them. But when you go into that, and then I think that somebody did it when they went into the Porter and they load up. But now you have Porter, and then you have the Porter free agency of buying people. So, like I say, when like the last game, when you got people who's in that, you know, just speaking on the quarterback situation, when you have a guy like that transferred from one powerhouse program to, you know, went to another one, then you can say, well, they only had 2 teams out there, whatever, and then he transferred back down. Everybody know his motive was to play against his old team. Okay, so then now when you get a bunch of guys in there like that, and I'll be real with you. You know, Florida State has a successful program, and it's a ton of history, right? And a lot of it is embedded. You know what I'm saying? So when you have more of the left, right, the guys that really don't understand their tradition, and then it's not installed into them, and then they don't even care about the way of doing things the Florida State way. I ain't gonna say they don't care, but I'm saying it's not important as in just getting my money and playing against this and then moving on. Like, they think that Florida State's supposed to have a success for them instead of them having success at Florida State. You know what I'm saying? We're making that happen. So when you look at the play of them,
I'm gonna hold you. Hold on, pause right there. But what you saying that right there, right? How you saying the tradition and all this and all that, but how you gonna be able to stand on the tradition when you get a guy in? You might can grab a 5-star in here, but he not ready to play right this second. You want to try to bring him in the program, develop him right, but he's leaving right away. It's like.
Well, you just gotta take your time, man. I mean, like, you can't go shop and get the Maserati and you don't know how to turn it on. You know what I'm saying? So you went and spent, you put all that money in your quarterback. What I'm saying is that's a person that's like head of your program. Then you go to these skill guys to try to keep all your skill guys and certain guys there. That's what I'm telling you. If they gel with that guy, right? If they was already connected with that guy, he was a program guy that built the way he's turned out, he's ready to go, then they won't leave because they have a bond with him. And they know, like, okay, you know what I'm saying, this dude's gonna feed me. But then if he's throwing and he connected to a bond with somebody else who just transferred, then I gotta deal with this again, man. I'm out. Especially if I'm a 5-star, I'm out right now.
He said, I'm gone.
Yeah, man. I mean, I lived down in Miami and see how Cam had. My bad. Go ahead, Strong.
I just want to know. I just want to know from y'all perspective, how can you go from? I understand you. Like I said, I understand you lost a lot of productivity. You lost Jared Verse. You lost Brandon Fitz. You lost Kenyon Coleman. You lost Johnny Wilson. I understand that, but the standard is the fucking standard at Florida State. It's when to go the fuck home. You see how the fans is clamoring for Mike job. If Mike would have made them moves to find that offensive coordinator, that defensive coordinator, boy, he probably would have been on the block.
So it's twofold, man. First off, players without coaches, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna win by themselves. Vice versa, coaches without players. You can have top players, but if you ain't got the talent, you know what I'm saying, it don't matter what you call. Some guys you call almost anything and they gonna make it look good. You know what I'm saying? Some guys you call the best game in the world and they just ain't got the talent to produce. So them names you just said a lot of pieces that was missing. You know what I'm saying? Florida State is the standard, but I go back to what I just said about recruiting and the evaluation process, man. Just because you get a guy that got a 5-star by his name, don't necessarily mean that's the fit for your program. Don't necessarily mean that's the fit for your scheme. We just gonna keep it real. A lot of these guys that rank these kids ain't never played no ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, I know guys that rank kids from when I was coaching the high school game, man. They just got a lot of clout. You know what I'm saying? They could make a phone call, and a kid that's a no-name could be a 3-star tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? That don't give him no validity. You feel me? You put 3 stars next to him. We all probably have seen a kid that's a 4-star, 5-star playing right next to a no-star kid on his team, and the no-star kid really a better player. He's a smarter player. He's a faster player. You know what I'm saying? But that kid with that stars next to his name, he gonna get all the publicity. He gonna end up at a bigger school. When the whole time we knew it was a kid right next to him that really was the one. You know what I'm saying? So you got to stop chasing these stars, man. When I was coaching high school, I remember I seen guys come to the school and flat out just be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? We want such and such because he ranked. Or I just seen other kids say, you know, I'm coming to these schools, you know, just because I'm supposed to be out here, but really I'm waiting on the recruiting services to let me know who in this area I need to be recruiting. You know what I'm saying? So they ain't even listening to the coaches when I'm pointing out like, yo, this kid right here, this is a kid that you want. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a kid that's gonna be the difference. And we see it all the time, man. I mean, it's studies that show it, man. Most of the time, the kids that's 3 stars and below, them be the ones that pan out and go to the NFL and whatnot. And a lot of the 5-star, 4-star, you know, early hype guys don't pan out. So, as a coach, you know, as a recruiter, you got to evaluate talent.
But okay, so what you saying that how do you weave, like, I know you saying the surroundings and all that, but niggas know this generation know how to fake it till they make it.
But if I'm the one making the decision, if I'm the one ultimately got to pull that trigger and offer that scholarship, I got to be able to stand on the table by my product. So when I'm looking at someone, I'm evaluating stuff with my OC right now. He gonna ask me, he gonna sit me down and say, look, I got 10 running backs on my board. He gonna say, why is he 1 and why is he 2? Why is he 3 and why is he 4? You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to, like, you can't, as a coach, you can't fake that. You know what I'm saying? So what I see on this film that make this guy the first guy, what make this guy the 4th guy? You know what I'm saying? What about his character means? Let me know if you're gonna bring him into this program, you know, he gonna stick it out for 4 years, or he gonna at least, you know, do the right things. He ain't gonna be a problem child. So I put it on the coach, man. I ain't putting nothing on no child. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, we the ones in these jobs, we the ones getting paid first. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people like to argue where the coaches can lead, the coaches get paid, so the players should be able to get paid. Cool. Let's rock with that argument. So yeah, I'm gonna be the one that's accountable. You know what I'm saying? If I bring this kid in the program, I need to know what I'm bringing. I can't just chase a kid just because he's a 5-star and it look cool. Because like you say, you got to pan out. He might not be that over here, or his running style might not fit this system. You know what I'm saying? His play style might not fit this system. So I got to be able to stand on the table and say, look, I brought this kid here because he can do this. And then at the same time, I got to trust my coaching. You know what I'm saying? So I got to be able to see his strengths and weaknesses. I got to be able to fix those situations. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to, you know what I mean? I got to produce, and I got to develop that kid to be what we want him to be.
We got some comments coming in. Rashawn say don't make no damn sense. I told you down dinner guy was gonna jump in them comments. Hey Sean, you see who I got on with me? I got them killers on with me tonight. You see what Jen said, Coach Young. Hey Coach Young, I'll be hey, he said he on your neck. He on your neck, my baby boy.
I couldn't remember how he was crying when Georgia was tearing off in Clemson. I didn't about to cry, man.
Hey, well, yeah, man. I just feel like, man, Florida State, I feel like with this new age, too, if you can go on the portal and weave out the bullshit, you can flip your program back overnight. But like you said, you got to go in there and you got to really go in there and recruit and do your due diligence on these kids today and see who they around. Because like y'all say, I'm going to pick it back off both of y'all. A lot of these kids do got a lot of yes man in their corner, and it's fucking them up in the long run. I'm seeing it a lot. I'm like, dang, you letting your little homie just keep telling you yes when he supposed to be telling you, hey, bro, you the one that's supposed to be making it. You tripping. Hey, you ain't supposed to be doing that. Let's go get in the gym. Let's go get on the field.
Yeah, nah, for sure, man. But you know, most people ain't got the kid best interest in mind. You know what I'm saying? Most people got their best interest in mind. So they see a come up, you know what I'm saying? They see, oh, he 5-star, oh, he going D1, or his NIL, you know what I'm saying? We made it, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get this money. We gonna be in the league. So, you know, everybody want to put their arm around them and say what they did for them, you know what I'm saying? In hopes that it's gonna fall back on them.
But if you gonna ride the coattail, you got to do something.
But
get on this train to do something. Help me do something.
That sound good, and that's a progressive mindset that you got. But we know that ain't what everybody got, man. Everybody in it for me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these guys that claim to be this and that in that kid corner, man. Where was they when the kid needed a ride to practice? Because I done picked up a lot of these D1 kids that ain't had no ride. You know what I'm saying? But I see a bunch of people that they sign today. You know what I'm saying? But when
I seen it firsthand, so you not lying.
When that kid was texting me before school in the morning, I was picking him up. You know what I'm saying? When that kid needed a ride home, I was there. I was the one bringing him home while, you know, he was on the porch, you know, smoking a black and mild. You feel me? But, you know, come sign it.
Talk about it.
Come on, man. Come sign it day. Now you got the shirt on and, you know, you knew he was going to make it and da-da-da-da-da. So, you know, a lot of these people, man, they really ain't in the kid corner like they say they are, man. Most of them don't really know what it takes. You know what I'm saying? To get to that level, they just live it through the kid. They want the kid to do it, you know, and they want to benefit from it. So at the end of the day, man, you know.
This new generation, man, because when I was coming up, shit, when my niggas made it, when Freddie made it, when Skip made it and shit, I'm in the gym with Skip. I'm out there with Freddie. I'm in the field with Freddie, helping me get better, helping you home. I just feel like if you're gonna be around, why not help the one that's trying to that's got a chance to make it out. Help them make it.
That's a good mindset to have, I tell you. But I mean, that's a whole.
If one make it, I came up. If one make it, we all make it.
It sounds good, don't it?
It sounds good. It definitely sounds good. Hey, but Coach Young, you ain't running nowhere. Where you think you going at? Number 4, Miami goes down in Atlanta, 28-23. They say it was supposed to be a Category 5 going through Atlanta this week, but shit, that bit won nothing but a tropical storm. Cause all this smack talking you been doing, oh Miami, we going undefeated. Oh Miami, we gonna do this.
Whoa, Tell. Now you reaching. Now you just talking. Slow down. Like I never said nothing about they were going undefeated. I said game by game. And then
here goes Sean talking about hater. Now I'm a hater, Sean, because I'm on Miami head. You lost. One thing about
you though, you know what I'm saying? And me, I can say something about myself without getting my feelings involved. So I knew that the secondary wasn't what we need, you know, and I knew that somebody.
Let me hold you real quick, Coach. My feelings involved because I'm a collective. I'm on that collective. I subscribe. I pay NILs. I help pay NILs out this bitch. So I need them to win.
You need to pay more to get some more players out there where y'all at, then y'all can do something. Shit, that shit ain't working one.
That's why I'm at.
You talking about you paying collectors?
Y'all give me for 20 a month.
If you were collective, then you one of the ones that causing y'all to lose. Y'all invested into that shit at the hand what y'all got now. What you mean? Shit. But no, I knew we were gonna get it. I knew it was gonna be tough. We got to outscore people, man. But I like the way they playing.
What is tough about y'all schedule this year? Y'all play nobody.
Oh boy, stop. We play college football teams. Just like y'all play.
Y'all ain't play no ranked opponents. Y'all ain't play no dogs. We were supposed to be best team y'all played, but we ain't worth nothing.
Well, y'all played us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all did the same thing. I mean, y'all should have played. Hey, maybe y'all should have followed our league. I don't do that. I don't do that scheduling shit because you still got to play every week. You know what I mean? Them boys prepare.
You got to play who in front of you
and all that good stuff. Because you see what happened when in Kentucky almost beat Georgia. So you can say, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter, man. And then once you play a close game and then you consistently doing the same stuff, people start taking notes on you and they figure out how to attack you with better players. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
and that's what happened. That's what happened. And they slowed down. I said Georgia Tech before. Let me tell you when I said it when
they beat us by 2.
Man, listen, man. I said I said, man, on the PS5 with the
He did. Man, Coach Stone, he and I. He say, "Tell, I was playing with him on NCAA." Yeah, got some shit.
But it's crazy because when they played y'all, it's like them same players did their thing. So they didn't have they're not no middle of the road team. The boys going to the bowl. They gonna play hard and do
this is my thing with Miami. They literally just ran y'all off the field. These
They
people
did.
threw the ball 9 times
Yeah, they did. They
and had
did.
370 rushing yards on y'all. Let that sink in. Coach Strong, if you have 370 yards rushing, boy, you letting them boys, you might let them boys have all next week off.
Man, listen, I know that hurt Cole Young to his core, man. Being a D line guy specifically, man, because that's demoralizing, man. If a team gonna rush for that much on you, they just gonna impose their will. They tell you we gonna line up, we gonna run the ball, and you can't stop it, man. But from what I saw, man, Miami didn't convert a lot on third down opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Had some costly turnovers, man. So it's a two-way game, man. If you ain't gonna stop the run, then you ain't gonna extend drives. It's hard to get a W out of that situation.
Facts. But I was telling people last week, I was like, all right, now everybody going into this game, this Miami game, thinking Miami just not you, Coach. I know you think with your mind, but most of y'all Miami fans don't think with y'all mind and don't watch the game and see the games and see what they is. Oh, just because y'all winning, they think y'all gonna win everything. I'm like, bro, are y'all watching the game or y'all watching the same game I'm seeing? These defense ain't focusing enough.
No, I see what you're doing though. I should tell
you know Sean, you do. You ain't watching the games for real. Yeah, you got an elite offense. You got Cam Ward out there looking elite. He out there throwing the ball around the yard. But you can't stop the run though. If you can stop Cam a little bit, stop him. Look at Sean. He in here laughing. He know he one of them. So when you watch the game and you see the trenches getting manhandled like that every week, then you play a team like Georgia Tech, who lead our league in rushing, you in for a long day. And Georgia Tech always play y'all hard anyways.
Hey, look.
They're going to play.
Phil, let me hold up, man.
I just want to know how the number 4 team in the country let a guy who hurt. Y'all let a guy who hurt.
I need 8 juices in here to mute your ass. But hey, because the thing is, dog, you keep talking about that right there. You ride, like they 1-9 or something. Well, I'm gonna give you an example though.
1-9.
Right? Yeah, man. Yeah, they ran the ball. That game they won 28-23. Auburndale, all right, a while back when you guys was in high school, and Coach Kevin Wells came out of retirement to coach against me and help coach this other coach defeat Bartow, right? That was said to me after the game.
Hold on, pause. What was this? This one I seen you. We beat the brakes off Auburndale.
Listen what I'm going to tell you now. So they ran the ball every play. They committed to running the ball. They had over probably 200 some yards rushing or whatever. We ended up winning the game, 21-0? Freddie scored 2 touchdowns or something like that. And that ran one back on what's his name? DB. God, dog, it's been a year.
Talking about Darren James.
No, man. We ain't talking about that year. We talking about when we went over there and Freddie was killing that game and ran like a 101 yard interception return. Man ran 100.
Yes. Dang, what's his name? I forgot his name. I know you're talking about though.
So what I'm saying is it can happen, right? You put points up, but then you can use their offense as a defense when they're starting to eat the clock up. But the thing is, then it goes back to like what Strong said. We were just giving the ball back, so it goes in their favor when it goes to that. So Miami lost. Hopefully they learn from that situation, move forward. All right.
Y'all not finna win nothing. Miami, y'all in your back. We finna win the ACC. We finna do this. Man, I'm telling y'all, when y'all gonna end up facing SMU, and SMU gonna blow y'all out. I'm telling you.
Hey, right now we good, man. Y'all got, we good.
Run the ball like Georgia Tech can. SMU, but they got a quarterback. They probably got the second best quarterback in the league. But
9-1 team. Like Freddie said, why y'all even argue with a 1-9 team? Freddie said that. I said, yeah. Why you keep posting about a 9-1 team?
You gotta talk about it. We were in Florida. I got to talk about it. That's what the people want to hear from me. They want to hear me talk about Miami. They want to hear me talk about Florida State. They want to hear me talk about the Gators.
You don't talk about Florida State though. Now you don't say nothing.
Who don't? I come over here on here every Monday and critique my boys every Monday.
You don't do that shit.
I critique Miami too. I critique Florida, other teams
Hey,
too.
man.
Cause we finna speaking of other teams, I want to know how y'all feel about them Colorado Buffaloes up there in Boulder, 7-2.
Your other team,
huh?
Your other team, you say you finished jump on the shit. You posted that.
Because Prime is my guy. Prime, my favorite player ever. Y'all got to understand this. I grew up playing baseball, grew up playing football, grew up playing all that. Prime did what I want. Do you feel me?
Hey, man, you see it.
Prime, my favorite athlete ever. So I root for him. It's just natural. He's that guy. How can you not root for somebody who was that great?
Shout out my guy. So I root.
And he over there too.
I root for Damian Lewis. And since Damian Lewis, I like Damian Lewis. I know Sap is just the logo of the D-line, but it's Damian Lewis. Damian Lewis is the man.
So we're going to speak on turning programs around. He turned one of around the worst programs in college recently. Got him 7-2 in prime position to make the Big 12 championship game and to be playing for
Listen, I got this to say about him though. I'm gonna tell I got to go back. I did it on Freddie thing, but I did say this right, and you call it either way. I did say that they wasn't going to win. They were going to lose more than 4 games this year. And the reason why I said that because I rewinded back in the beginning, the spring, and then going to the fall. And you know, the first thing I'm talking about is on both sides, the front. And I felt like the front one, and they didn't have enough depth in between the tackles. You know what I'm saying? And then it goes behind with the 7 with the linebackers. They had moved the kid from safety to linebacker. Then he started getting exposed when they started spreading them out again.
He redshirted on them.
So what happened was they did a great job and made some adjustments. So now I'm like, they look good. They look good. They look better.
They got. I want to know from y'all. Y'all been around the game a long time. Y'all been watching the game for a long time. Have y'all ever seen a player like Travis Hunter before?
I see it.
This elite at both at this level.
Not this early, man. I mean, you know, everybody say Deion probably one of the greatest two-way guys, man, but he wasn't doing it, you know, offense and defense in the college. So probably not.
Playing 139 snaps a game? It's crazy.
I think this, man. I think this. You know what I'm saying? I think you can. I think first of all, Travis, to me, him and it was somebody else I said, but I think they're zone. I think they're long zone cones. And I mean, you look at them in any, you know,
he reminds me of Sherman out there.
Look at him feeling the run. I don't think he's a great tackle like that. But what I'm saying is he covers a lot of ground areas and he can run through all that great stuff. But I think he's I looked at him this year, like one catch, one print, one stop, and then it's like he gone in the wind. That's that receiver. So I think he's a really, really true game changer at receiver. Now he made things happen in the secondary because he's intelligent. He's very intelligent. He picks up on the scheme well, picks up on route running well. But I'm seeing a couple times. You know, when I'm like, okay, you can make that tackle. He floated back. He floated out the way. Now running down to go get him and knock him down. Stuff like that. Then it looked like that. So I'm not saying he ain't, but I don't know.
That's some business decisions, man. He know what to do and when to do it, man. But
you gotta pull up sometimes. I'm playing both ways. I gotta let up. Let Shallow out there bang heads. He want to bang heads out there all day, anyways.
But I mean, you brought up Colorado. I think Colorado was like a prime example of everything that we just got finished talking about, man. We talked about cleaning house with the transfer portal, man. You know, Deion did that. He got criticized for it. He brought a lot of guys in, didn't have the greatest record, but, you know, again, he had to develop some talent. So we talk about coaches developing the players. You know, he had to let some old guys go. He had to let some coaches go. You know what I'm saying? So he made necessary changes. You know, I'm a guy that wasn't necessarily completely sold that he was going to get it turned around immediately just because, you know, the magnitude of the program, man. But on the flip side of that, you know, he was a guy that had a good offense. Defense was giving up a lot of points. We just got finished talking about that not too long ago, man. So You know what I mean? They done fixed it up on defense. I know early in the season I was a guy saying hell, as many points that they was giving up on defense, I didn't even see why Travis Hunter was playing defense, because if they were gonna be giving up so many points, they might have well just said, oh, you feel me? Like if they out there giving it up anyway, you might as well
keep them off there.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, they found the winning formula, man, and they you know, they kept making necessary adjustments. You know, they believed in the guys that they brought, they evaluated the talent. You know, they got rid of some guys that was controversial, man, that some people thought they shouldn't have got rid of. You know what I'm saying? Particularly to this community right here. So you know, it goes back into trusting that evaluation process. It go back to knowing what you want. You know, like you said, Till, the standard is the standard, man. So they set the standard, they put it in place. You know, they trusted the guys that was in their room, you know what I mean, as far as the players and the coaches. And, you know, now they producing on it, man. So, you know, everything that we talked about in this conversation is a prime example of what Coach Prime and his staff done done.
That's facts. Because Coach Prime, he came in, turned it around. But I don't know. I knew year one he wasn't going to turn it around right off the bat like that. That's just crazy to do. Yeah. I knew year two, because year two for him at Jackson State, too, he flipped it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, you know, a lot of that come with, like we talked about the transfer portal, man, but then I think Coach Young was talking about, you know, just establishing a culture, you know what I'm saying, to get guys in. Like year one, you know, it's a hodgepodge, man. Everybody, the standard ain't necessarily created yet, or everybody ain't bought in yet, you know. So year one is a turnaround. Year two, you might still be kind of shaving some of the fat off of that thing. You know, usually around year three, you kind of get it going the way you want it to go. You got guys doing the things you want them to do. You know, you got the right guys in the right places as players and coaches, etc., man. But you know, when you can make wholesale changes in the transfer portal like that, you know, you can get a lot of guys out and a lot of guys in that fit your mold, that fit your scheme, that's gonna do things the way you want them to do. But like I said, go back to that evaluation process. You know, they offensive line was something that they had to revamp. You feel me?
Out. Because he was doing it too many times.
Right. And they weren't doing good at the beginning of the year. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing good still after they had done revamped the whole line, you know. But like I said, they done made the move. They done moved the pieces around. They got the guys in, you know, and they coached them up. But a lot of that is understanding, okay, this is what we want to do with our offense. So we got to get linemen that fit this. You know what I'm saying? If you can't run the ball, if you ain't got guys that can move D-line, you can't pass if you ain't got a guy that can move in space. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out what kind of guys you got and do they do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? They changed their OC. You feel me? The OC wasn't getting it done, you know, or putting them in the best position. So, you know what I mean? It's a chessboard, man. You constantly moving things. You constantly, you know, like a jigsaw puzzle, man. You trying to create, you know, the best situation to get all the pieces together. So it's never one size fit all, man. All is considered the TV. And make it seem like we got all the answers, man. But you got to really, man, roll your sleeves up and work with that thing to get it going.
That's facts. But I just had faith in him because he got two. He got his son too. A bad man.
Right. Now, and the son might not like it, man. But that's somewhat of a cheat code, man. As a coach, when you know who your quarterback is, and you solid in that aspect right there. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about a kid up and leaving. You know, one thing he knows that his son wasn't gonna transfer, so he knew he had a strong
for the slide.
Yeah, he had a quarterback, and he had an anchor in the defense, and his other son. You know what I'm saying? As a safety, a lot of people like to criticize his other son. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's value in having an experienced kid that's a solid football player that understands the scheme. You know what I'm saying? You can put other guys around that and be straight. You know, then he had Travis Hunter, so you know what I'm saying. So he coming in there with 3 anchor pieces that ain't gonna leave him, no matter how good.
You know who I think a lot of people sleeping on in that defense, Selman Craig, the number 7 Selman Craig. He make all the big plays for them on that defense if we really looking at it.
But that's what I'm saying. But you got your son in there that's an anchor, so he probably understand the dude, he understand the checks. He probably sit with the coordinator. He do this, and this, and so now you got a dog that's roaming around. You know what I'm saying? That's been, like you say, making the plays, but you know you got to have that coach presence on the field. Somebody that's putting them in the right situation, that's making the right checks, that's making sure we understand the audibles and the scenarios. You know, so it's value in that, man. And a lot of times that player right there might not be the name. You know, the other guy might be the dog. You feel me? But having that guy that put the guys in the right position, boy, that's
very valuable.
That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. Going back to
I can take this back to us, back to our days.
Freddie was an animal, man. Freddie was an animal, and he was smart. You know what I'm saying? But in the secondary, VT was the same way. So we was fortunate to have 2 guys guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Coach
Because
Young,
y'all let us kind of have a little free roam. Let us check.
but
If we
y'all
seeing
earned
something,
it,
y'all
though.
let us check.
Y'all earned it though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't know it off the rip. You feel me? Y'all had to be coached up. You know, Coach Young put a lot of time with y'all before I even got there. You feel me? Then I started spending time with the DBs, and y'all started gelling and understanding. And y'all was like, you know, y'all was sponges, man. Y'all was soaking it up. So you know, you reward your guys with that freedom once they understand what your coordinator want. You know, then y'all get the freedom a little bit to play. Y'all gonna see things from the perspective that we ain't seeing it on the field, but you still gonna play within the scheme.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah, I
man,
can see a lot of times. I remember Freddie. We was playing Winter Haven, and we was in the game, and it was a middle field pressure, and Winter Haven was running a lot of slide protect, and so he came up to me and was like, "Coach, when I run this, do I have to hit it down the pipe? Can I just move?" Like here's the thing, man. Like, okay, if we calling the play for you to make the play, but the play changed within the play, and then you still running the old play. Like, you have to be athletic enough and have the fortitude to be able to adjust in the middle of that. So I'm like, man, go. So then the first thing when he said that, the first thing I said was to Jermaine and Gucci, I said, stay outside, all the way outside, because I knew what was going to happen. And if you go back and look, I believe it's on BT, operated highlight, and then they got a big sack. And then also too, with Tevin, with you, man, when you first came up, you know, you was green. I remember right now in study hall, 508, you was in there, and I asked you what cover 2 was. You remember that?
Facts. That's facts.
And you say, man, I don't know. I said, well, Tevin don't know. We all running. Remember that? I said the next time I asked you, and then you thought I was gonna ask you what cover 2, and I said, what cover 3?
You could challenge me there. I said, "Oh, let me get in the lab real quick. I had to get in the study. I had to get in the film." But that's when it clicked though. Once I started watching the film, learning how to watch the film from you, Coach Young, learning how to watch the film from a DB standpoint with Coach Strong. Oh, this shit easy. Oh, they telling you everything they doing.
Yeah, it's high school, man. It's very easy. But the thing is, man, like I was talking to a kid the other day, man, and he was asking me like how to understand the game. I said, well, again, you guys just want the easy button. You just want to press easy, and then it just happens. Like a lot of people say, well, you know, myself, like, man, you know, he understands the game, this and that. There's a lot of shit that I don't know, but I also study the crap out of other people. So one thing I can say, like the guys that really kind of installed that is the coaches. It was the coaches like Coach Pale, you know, Coach Brett from, you know, one of my JUCOs, Coach Cullen, the guy from, you know, Indiana with me, Coach Coach Rush out in San Francisco. Like, I watch that ain't no shit. So if I take you on a journey and then I take you around those guys, you be like, God dang, Coach Young, we're doing that though. Like, yeah. I mean, those guys are champions. Yeah, that's installed into me. And then I get around people who, you know, that really love doing what they're doing, and then I embrace it. And then, okay, you know what I'm saying? So you got to be a nerd to it. So if you recruit a kid or kid getting recruited, like, you got to be able to spit or talk what you are on film. Like I posted, you can't say, well, I just got the ball and ran outside. I want to know why you ran out there. Like, what made you go out there? What was you looking at? What was you reading? You know what I'm saying on that? What was your, you know what I'm saying, your aiming for? All this stuff. I want to
know how many kids y'all probably don't ran into on the recruiting trail that didn't know the answers.
Oh man, most of them, man, it'll break your heart, man. Most of the top recruited guys in the area, kids stay in our area.
But this is my thing, like how? Because like how y'all literally used to make us get on the board and know where everybody's supposed to be at, no matter if you're a DB, you're a D-lineman.
That's coaching. That's the other part of coaching. Coaching is teaching. So the thing is, people a lot of guys that don't know. I mean, like, go by what Strong said. You can't blame the kid. It's what he's been taught. You know what I mean? If you're very talented, y'all, you know what I'm saying? If you're very talented, they just let you go. I was the kid. I was, come on, you gotta do your thing, come on, this and that. But I used to love going down the dirty because I was getting coached by some really good damn coaches. So they weren't scared to coach me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, if I ever face that it player that everybody's scared, I'm gonna coach his ass. I owe it to him. I gotta coach him until he leaves because he wants it and he want more of it. And the problem with most coaches, they don't attend clinics, they don't attend all season clinics, they attend 1 or 2. That's the norm, but they don't go out in the broaden their horizon to a coach in Georgia or coaching, somewhere else like in Tennessee, Texas, and learn something else from that person because you can get a whole lot of deals. Like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I wasn't a big eye front guy until I got around other coaches. You probably don't know this, but like the Coach Mayo. Coach Mayo was a big eye front guy. So what that did was that made me dig more into the odd front coaches, the 3-man front stuff. That made me dig more into it. So my last year coaching at the school I was with when we playing against Army, like they're JV. I ran odd front, odd tight, all these different fronts out of everybody knew that I was always a 4-down guy. You know what I'm saying? But I got better. So at that time, anybody that was around me, the kids, they got better as players as well. So, I mean, that's where you never start learning the game, and you should be able to talk the game when you get recruited. The coach should not come up to you and talk to you like some alphabet stuff. Yeah, I'm the best. I'm a 5-star. Nobody can stop me. And then you look like a fullback. You should be a 5 technique. You know what I'm saying? You're not. You just run into people. You don't move well laterally. I'm watching this as a kid. I'm watching a kid like that. You know what I'm saying? So then you can see what they finna transform into. I know it. Cause I seen a guy come in and then all of a sudden he was the best receiver. That motherfucker lined up right beside me and did.
But so when a kid coming in like that, can you teach him?
I mean, yeah, you can. So the best players want to be coached. You know what I'm saying? Going back to what Coach John said, coaching is teaching. So we talking about evaluating the kid, man. If I'm evaluating, let's say a running back, you know what I'm saying? One of the first questions I'm gonna ask them just in casual conversation. I'm gonna say, man, what's your favorite run scheme? You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for you to tell me gap scheme, zone scheme. I like power, I like counter, I like dual. Like, tell me something like that. You know what I'm saying? If you can't answer that question, so I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm testing you. Oh man, what's your favorite run scheme? Oh man, it's whatever. It's whatever, like what? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know that's how they be talking too, on the coach. They be dressing up like that too, don't they?
Oh, it's whatever. I say, but what you like though? You know what I'm saying? What you like? I mean, outside, inside, anything. What kind of inside? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear you talk football to me, just like Coach Young said. I want to see. Do you know what you're talking about? Because at the end of the day, inside zone is inside zone. Don't matter if the Southeastern Fire run it. Don't matter if the Bartow Yellow Jacket run it. Don't matter if the Tampa Bay Bucks run it. Inside zone is inside zone. You might call it this. We might call it that. So do you understand zone scheme? Do you understand wide zone? Do you understand power? Do you understand counter? If you don't understand this stuff, I know that you ain't coached up. That's a gap that I got to fill. You know what I'm saying? So I see you on this tape. All right, you bigger than everybody. Okay, you breaking these tackles. You faster than everybody. You getting outside. But are you making these reads? Do you understand play side backer to backside backer? Yes or no? Do you? You know what I'm saying? And it ain't necessarily a bad thing if you don't, but I need to evaluate this before I bring you in. That's how I'm gonna know if you're paying out. You know what I'm saying?
So you know how to use them. If you gotta sit, learn.
Yeah, what can you learn? Do you know? I done had guys, man. I'd be like, what y'all run at y'all school? You know, let's say we talking to a DB. What y'all run at y'all school? Oh, we run green. What is green? I got deep. You got deep what? You got deep third, you got deep half, you got deep quarter, you got deep what? Oh, I just know when they say green, I get back. Okay, that coach doing this kid a disservice. He ain't got no clue what he covering. You know what I'm saying? So he don't know if he in a third, he don't know if he overlapping one, he don't know if he in a deep half, he don't know if it's a quarter half scheme, he don't know if it's a cloud scheme. So the coach ain't teaching him nothing, but now it's like, all right, well, can he explain it? Does he? So now when I'm watching him on tape, are you just falling into plays? Is this an overthrow that you just picked off? You know what I'm saying? I don't see no processing, so this is all part of the film evaluation. That's why I don't really want to see a highlight tape. I want to see you play. I want to see you come to camp. Let me see, can you learn, all right? You play a lot of man coverage. If I tell you to play off and play zone, can you do that? You know what I mean? You might be a great man cover guy, but our scheme might not require you to play no man. So it don't mean that you ain't a good player. You just ain't going to fit this system. True story, one of the best players I ever coached, Josh Hayes, played for the Tampa Bay Bucks right now. Coming out of high school, he was not highly recruited. I'm saying I coached him his 10th grade year at Lake Gibson. His junior year, he went to Victory Christian. He came back to Lake Gibson. His senior year, 2016, went to the state championship. Lost to Carol City that year. Man, Josh Hayes ain't started the first 3 games for me as a safety. Didn't start the first 3 games, but he was smart. He learned. He ended up working himself into the rotation. We went to 4th round of the playoff. We went to Navarre. We was leaving school to go to Navarre. That's all the way out in the Panhandle. Florida Tech came to see him and KJ Williams. Shout out my boy KJ Williams. I know he do his thing on the camera tip. One of the first things they asked them boys, they say, "Hey, what this team that y'all play was one of their top run schemes and top pass schemes?" Both of them was able to talk to him about it. They said, "Draw it out." Gave both of them boys a piece of paper. They drew it out. Doing. This is what they gonna do. This is how we fit this on and so forth. So they want to see them boys talk football. KJ ended up going to Florida Tech. Now he ended up at North Dakota State. Started first year, he got there, won 2 national championships, 2 or 3. Transferred to Virginia, got injured, transferred to Kansas State. He ended up getting drafted 5th round to the Buccaneers. You know what I'm saying? At that time, though, coming out 2016, he won one of the top DBs in the county. He won somebody that everybody was talking about. But all them guys that everybody was talking about ain't panning out. You know what I'm saying? Because I bet they couldn't get up there and talk it like him. I bet they couldn't, they ain't constantly get better and learn it. You know what I'm saying? He had some intangibles. He was fast. He was strong. He was fearless. But he understood the game up here.
So why don't a lot of kids today? That was a lot back in that day. You feel me? A lot of kids understood the game, IQ high. It seemed like the IQ of the game is very, very low right now for some kids. It's like you gotta dumb a lot of stuff down nowadays for kids.
Coach, you want to? If I tell you this one, man, it might get controversial, man.
Yeah, he said it might get controversial because you know I'm right. Because back in the day, because when I was coming up, we had a lot of very high, just making shit off your IQ, just changing shit, just doing shit. Oh, I see this. I'm gonna make this adjustment to it. A lot of kids, they just don't do that nowadays. I'm seeing them play, and I'm just not seeing no IQ from them. They just looking like they just lost out that bit at all times. Like, when do your IQ kick in? Do you play the game? Do you study the game? Do you watch the game? Do you know?
It's a combination of a lot of things, man. Again, I ain't gonna never blame the kid. I put everything on the coaches. If the kid play youth ball,
Coach, I understand you want to keep doing that, Coach. Hey. But if you want to be great at some shit, you gonna put in the work to be great in it. You keep saying, I understand where you coming from. I'm gonna take your controversial side. Because I understand where you coming from. You coaches, so you can't be too controversial. You got to recruit these kids out here. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna keep it above. Because I don't care about your mama coming at me, your uncle, your daddy.
But I'm gonna keep it above with you though. I'm just going, like I say, man. You know, a kid don't know what they don't know. So if a kid play youth ball. And the kid, like I said, I put a post up on Facebook sometime last year, man, about if you playing youth ball, this is what you should know. And I broke it down by position. If I'm a youth ball defensive lineman, if by the end of the youth season, let's just say it's a middle school kid. If I can't explain to you what a 5 technique is, what a 3 technique is, what a 1 technique is, what a 0 technique is, I done did this kid a disservice. This kid ain't learned nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm on the left side of the ball and I don't know what hand go down as a D lineman, or if I'm on the right side of the ball and I don't know what hand go down as a D lineman, I ain't did this kid no disservice. If I don't know the difference between a down block and a reach block in middle school, come on, man. By the time I get to high school, if I'm playing JV, that's a gap that coach got to fill. You know what I'm saying? If it's a big kid, they might jump in right to varsity. Well, he had a disadvantage because nobody ever taught him what a down block was. You know what I'm saying? So he don't understand he got to squeeze that. He don't know what squeeze is. He don't understand what spilling is. So it's like that. So first off, the guys,
coaches,
they got to teach them.
But let's keep it a bean, Coach. You just had some kids that's you know your son's pretty decent in the youth. You know these coaches ain't out here. It's like the youth game ain't nothing for clout right now.
For sure, but that go back to what I said at the beginning of the convo, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what's going into these kids. So if they ain't being taught right, when I ask them these questions, I got to know what's around them. Okay, like you said, they got a lot of yes men. So, big John, big such and such. All right, whatever. He played D lineman. He get back there and sack the quarterback all the time. Well, Coach John used to always say, "What you gonna do? You gonna sack the quarterback on first down?" You know what I'm saying? First down, pass it down. You feel me? So you shouldn't be running up the field. So somebody got to teach the kids something. You know what I'm saying? The parent. You feel me? A lot
Talk
of the
about it.
a lot of the parents get manipulated by the coaches. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these youth teams like to build a super team and they want everybody on the team. But if I'm a parent, I'm asking the biggest thing I watch from my son's youth team is what they getting coaching wise. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if my son play a lot or a little bit. I don't care if he play in the backfield, on defense, whatever the case. I sit there and watch the coaching. If I don't agree with the coaching, I get my kid up out of there. Straight up. So I'm listening. That's what I'm paying attention to. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, don't pay to put your kid nowhere where they ain't learning. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't know what they supposed to be learning, then consult with somebody. You want to take them to such and such school? What should they? The same way you supposed to know what they learning in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? Can they read? Can they write? Can they do mathematics? You need to find that out in their sport. You know what I'm saying? What they learning how to do? Because like you say, you get these kids that only know how to do this. All I know in green, I stay deep. All right, well, what's green? Is that a cover 3 scheme? Is that a man scheme? Is it blah, 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 blah? So now everywhere they lose this teaching that's a gap they got to be filled. So if they don't learn it in the little league, they got to learn it on JV football or possibly varsity football. If they don't learn it at the high school level and they still might just be athletic enough to fall in and make some plays, they got to learn it at the college level. If they can't pick it up at the college level, we see what happened. They jump
transfer, jumping in.
They fade out. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of kids. That go to a lot of places. Big name. And then they drop a little bit. And then the next thing you know, you're like, man, what such and such was that? You know what I'm saying? He was power 5, power 4. Then he was, LCS. Then he was, you know what I'm saying? He just gone.
3-2. Now he back at the crib.
Oh man, how public wow.
Back at the crib, you feel me?
You know what I'm saying? It just we done seen it and we know them and we can name them, but it go back to what you're teaching, man. So I like what coach say, man. I owe it to a kid. I got to coach them, and if they reject that and if they run from that, I know that ain't my kind of guy. It just is what it is.
That's the thing I like about y'all. See, y'all not afraid to coach a kid though, so y'all gonna coach a kid hard. Y'all don't care about him getting this little feelings of, oh, I'm mad. I'm in my feelings. You know how this generation is. Quick to get mad.
It's temporary. You was there. I'm just, getting stuff that you guys are accustomed to seeing. Like, the thing about it, like, I always tell players, like, once we cross that line, right? Once we cross those lines, once we get inside that practice field, like, bro, like, I'm going to coach you hard. Now, we outside, we're going to joke, laugh, all this stuff here. I'm going to crack jokes on you. All that great stuff and have fun. So it's not personal. Like, especially if you have just a little bit of potential. Like, you don't know what can happen. I remember when I went.
It's personal now, though.
Right. I went over to Winter Haven, and all 4 of my defensive linemen, when I got there, they had monsters. The monsters left the year before, and they had a couple. They had 5. We had 5 defensive linemen. None of them played. One of them was on offense and all this stuff. But I had one. His parents come to practice every day. They come out and watch what's going on. They see how hard we push them. Then they echo off of what I did. This kid ended up signing with Purdue first, and then he transferred, Willie Lane. Then we had a couple more guys that went to smaller schools that didn't even think about they were going to school anywhere. They didn't even have no chance. But all they did just show flashes of potential. But go back to Bartow. When we was down in Bartow, I had people, my own cousin, Rook. You know what I'm saying? Look them down. They wanted to fight me.
I know. I remember this incident. Come on now, in the weight room.
Hey, but they didn't understand how I was trying to push them. Then what they were doing, they were being resistant to the coaching. And what happened was they couldn't grasp a lot of information quick, and they was known to be the stars. But they don't understand that I was there to help. Now I'm going to give you the help. Go back off of what Strong said. We had a player that was elite that could line up, that didn't know the 3 technique is, that didn't know the gaps, none of it. And that player was Bell. You know what I'm saying? Bell thought the guard was a tackle, the tackle was a guard. He'll tell you. But guess what? So we would come out the practice, we would come in the office and go on the board. Draw this up every day. To the point that he just got it, so he ended up getting it. He went on, played at Alcorn State, did his thing there, and they got a complex little scheme that they were running. He was able to pick that stuff up, you know what I'm saying? And then we had kids that they say would never learn that stuff, like Gucci and being able to pick up stuff on the D line, and then you look at the linebacker crew all the way down to the secondary. So what we did was we really, people thought I was crazy. Even when we did our teach period, right? And I ran y'all, right? I ran y'all in the teach period, and then you come back and I'm like, okay, let's go to play simple little stuff. You supposed to be the BT got mad. I kept making, go with that cover four stuff, stand over the top. I didn't see the BT. I didn't see the crazy ever. He just did just enough to get by, because we lost games like that, right? Against Catalina late game, So when we get in that situation in the game, guess what happened? He picked it. You know what I'm saying? And then when I'm running y'all in the teach period, I wanted to get to your fatigue mental state. So now you got to force yourself to understand and lock in right there. Nah, not too many people did. I always told y'all I don't need but 15 people on defense, right?
Thanks.
And it was one on each. That extra guy was going to be on every level to be able to play. And this one can play all the positions. So what it is you basically teaching them over and over and over, and then you hope they grasp it. Then when they start mimicking you, then that's when you know, okay, they understand what's going on. And then some great things happen. Not everybody go to college. You know what I'm saying? Some people leave from there and they go start their own goddamn mechanic shop, barber them. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, man, I mean, that's the tough part about it, man. And again, like a lot of them don't want to learn it, because it's given to them. And like I put you in to run toss, and then you score every time, man. Nobody you and all of a sudden now, Strong them come recruit you to come play. Then you talk about inside zone and wide zone. Man, I just run toss. If they don't want to give me the ball there, I just travel. I'll go somewhere. That's all. He limit himself.
Do that turn you off? Can that turn you off on a recruit?
Absolutely. Man, look, one thing about it, for whoever listening, it ain't no shortage of players out here, man. It ain't no shortage of players. So if we just talking about running backs that turn into an undervalued position. Most times it ain't gonna be but one on the field. You know what I'm saying? You don't need but 5, 6 in the room. I think I got 7 right now at Southeastern. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you ain't gonna do it,
somebody else will.
Come on, man, easily. You got to think. I think we got. I recruit Polk County, man. We got 24 high schools in Polk County that play football. That's 24 running back right there. That's just a Polk. You know what I'm saying? We go up the street to Tampa in Orlando. We over 100 now. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't gonna do it, boss, I got 99 plus other options. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna find the guy that I want. I'm gonna find the guy that's gonna fit my system. I keep a board of 10. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna find ways to weed out GPAs, attitude, lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying, etc. We can weed these things out. We gonna find the guys that we want, man. So, athletes, recruits, step up to the learning curve, man. Because at our level, we try to find more reasons not to recruit you. You know what I'm saying?
That's all levels, though.
Yeah. What's a reason not to recruit you? Can't keep your grades up. All right, boom. Let's hack him. You know what I'm saying? Not football knowledgeable. All right, let's hack him. You know what I'm saying? I got DMs full of highlight tapes. Guys want to say, check out my film. It ain't no shortage of players, man. Then you add the transfer portal into that. So it's constantly gonna be guys out there, man. So if you don't want to make yourself elite, if you don't want to learn the game, if you don't want to play it at a high level, if you don't want to be consistent, if you don't want to be coached, move around, man.
Move around, for real. Let somebody who want to put in that work, put in that effort, go and get that spot. Because I know I'm going to get, you know what you're going to get from somebody who going to come in, who already smart, who going to come in, who got a high work ethic. You know what you're going to get from that guy. Sure. Yeah, you can have all the talent in the world, but if you dumb as a box of rocks, on the high school level, that's going to get you by. On the college level, that's not going to get you by.
Yeah, man. At some point, that talent going to run out, man. So that talent going to run out. Bigger than everybody. You ain't going to be faster than everybody. You know, at some point, you got to know something. You know what I mean? Some guys get all the way to the league before they figure it out. But then they don't have the kind of career they should have had. So eventually, the natural is going to run out. And you got to have something to go with. You got to have some brains. You got to have some smarts. You got to have some work ethic. You know what I'm saying? You got to be humble somewhere. So, real recognize real, man.
Facts.
You don't want the coaching, that's fine. Next.
Before I let y'all get up out of here, Coach Strong, we on the recruiting subject right now. Let everybody know I be having some young guys come on the show and be like, dang, tell IBC, you be talking about this before, some coaches and stuff. I want to know how to get recruited. How do you get on the radar schools?
Oh man, so with that, man, it's not a one size fits all situation. But here's what I can say. First and foremost, you got to put it on film. You know what I'm saying? That's a saying I took directly from Coach Young, man. Put it on film. So whatever it is that you could do, whatever it is that you could provide, if we talking about let's just talk about a running back. Put it on film, man. We need to see you score touchdown. We need to see you block. We need to see you catch. So we want to see you dominate the game. You know what I'm saying? Those three aspects: running the ball, catching the ball, and blocking. Being dynamic in all three. Don't just tell me you could do it. If I don't see it on film, I ain't got no, you know what I'm saying, nothing to refer back to. So put it on film. Whatever it is that you got, your talent, it needs to be shown. I need to be able to see several examples of it on your tape. Another way, go to camp. So, you know, for whatever reason, all right, let's just say hypothetically you a sophomore on varsity, you ain't getting as much playing time, so you can't put it on film. All right, cool. Go to camp. That way I can see it in person. So, you know, I need to see that twitch. I need to see that understanding of concepts. I need to see that you got these natural skills. But then again, now before you go to camp, make sure that you're ready to go to camp, because camp can make or break you. You know what I'm saying? You could come in camp, you know, thinking that you got this, don't perform well, and all of a sudden you strike from the list. You know what I'm saying? So before you go to camp, make sure you camp ready. All right, because it's a dog eat dog
world. Come on now.
So it's gonna be that. So you know, make sure that you're ready in those aspects. Control the controllables, man. Make sure you got the grades. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys, we was talking about just getting by as far as talent. A lot of guys just get by in that classroom, man. So you know, I tell guys all the time, if you got the ball and you was running the ball and you got all the way to the 2-yard line and somebody was coming to tackle you, would you allow them to tackle you, or would you find a way to get them 2 yards and score? Every kid gonna say, I'm gonna find a way to get them 2 yards and score. I say, cool. So if you got a 88B, why you won't find a way to get them 2 points to get that 90 and make an A? If you competitive on the field, why not be competitive in the classroom? You know what I'm saying? So why are you just doing another get by in the class? Because when you show up with this 2.0, all right, that's keeping you eligible, but that's barely making it. If you ain't going to a school that's offering you a full ride scholarship, then you're gonna have to rely on some type of academic financial aid.
Mm-hmm.
I know at our school a 2.0 get you $6,000. You know what I mean? You get a 3.2 or higher, that's gonna get you $15,000. So for $7,000 more dollars, you won't just get the A's, especially at school easy. Why not be competitive on that aspect? You know what I'm saying? So when we trying to find out who we're gonna get his money to, who gonna stay in school. If you barely cutting it, I'm gonna go over to this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's making A's and B's, that's actually pushing himself in the classroom as well, that's gonna stay eligible, that we ain't got to worry about on that aspect, man. So you know, like I said, I know I'm saying a lot, but all this go into it, man. So control what you can control as far as your grades. You know what I'm saying? Make sure that you're making the highest grades and not just getting by. Put it on tape, whatever your skill set is. I need to be able to see it on tape. Make sure that you camp ready and go to camp. All right. So those are ways that you can get on the recruiting radar, man. Other than that, man, you know what I mean? Be a kid of good character, because once you do all those things, I'm gonna come at. You know what I'm saying? So if Tel refer a kid to me, I'm gonna ask Tel, what kind of kid is this man, Tel? You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna trust your word because I know you. Now, if you sell me a dud, you sell me a lemon. You feel me? The next time you come at me,
you ain't coming right. You feel me?
Nah, man, you know, you don't want to send me an old boy. You know what I'm saying? So be a good character kid, because whoever vouched for you, whoever stood on the table for you, that's their reputation on the line, man. So once you send me one, you know, and everybody ain't gonna pan out. We understand that. But once you start having a habit of sending me, you know, kids that ain't panning out, I got to stop taking your word for it. So, you know, be who you say you are, you know what I mean? And, you know, just make the person that refer you look good, whether that's a coach, whether that's a recruiter, you know what I'm saying, whether it's a family friend, whomever. So, you know.
So do y'all ever, so what you saying is, what I'm getting a little gist in this, I'm getting a little on the recruiting trail, because, you know, I ain't really had a coach that been in college recruiting all the time. So on the trail, you'll read somebody out for that too, won't you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. I done seen it happen, man. Right here in our community, I done seen, you know, Power 5 program go to a school to see a kid went in school because he had a hair appointment. You know what I'm saying? He was missing practice for a hair appointment.
It's wild out here. You feel me? It be wild out here.
tell you what, man, don't even worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it at that point. So that let me know what kind of kid he is. All right, bet. He missing practice. So again, I'm finna bring you up and I'm finna pay your tuition. There's a business at this level, man. We're gonna reevaluate that scholarship every year. You know what I'm saying?
That's what people fail to realize. Too. They be feeling like they people don't be realizing them scholarships not 4 years. That shit renewed every year.
Yeah, but we're gonna have that exit interview. You know what I'm saying? I know with our program specifically, our head coach sent out a survey. You got to do a survey on every one of your players. You got to project where they rank at. Are they going to be a top player on the team? Are they going to be a key contributor? Are they going to be a backup? Are they going to be a scout guy? You got to put this in writing. And he gonna read that out. He gonna say, "Look, this is where you projected it. Da 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 da. We see you miss class here, here, here. You missed 30 hours this week. We think about reducing that scholarship. Now you got to go tell your parent, my scholarship just got reduced. So where does extra money coming from? You might not be able to make it, or we might just take it completely. So you know what? We decide not to renew your scholarship this year, and that's facts. that's so now
that's how it is in the game, though. That's how it is in the game.
So at the end of the day, you know what I mean. You got to come correct, man, across the board. But yeah, that's how I would say, man. Those are ways to get yourself out there.
Okay, bet. Because a lot of kids be, why I'm not getting recruited? Why is my trail not hot? I feel like I got the film, but ain't nobody looking my way. You got to go get out there.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's so much more opportunity this day and age, man. You got Huddle, you got Twitter, you got different ways to promote yourself.
Huddle started popping off for real when we was in school.
Yeah, for sure. Huddle been around since about 2011. I think it was my first time using Huddle. But yeah, man. You can promote yourself on social media. You can promote yourself throughout, your own Huddle. Doing some type of content, man. But at the end of the day, you got to have something to show, man. And then you got to have, again, go back to coaching. You got to have somebody that's real, that's evaluating your film, man. Right. A lot of jokers on a highlight tape, they'll just put any tackle. You know what I'm saying? A tackle ain't a highlight. You feel me? That's a regular football play. We expect you to make a tackle. You know what I'm saying? Are you running through a man? You know what I'm saying? Are you knocking him back? Are you causing fumbles? Are you separating the man from the ball? Are you making plays on the ball in the air? Are you separating when you run from people? Do I see explosive movement, quick twitch? You know what I'm saying? Don't just show up. Don't tell me I was the leading tackler on my team. So, you know what I'm saying? What that mean? That mean every leading tackler got an offer like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't care nothing about you being the leading tackler on the team. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times on film, we looking for skills. How well you change direction? How well do you catch? Do you catch the ball with your hands or in your body? You know what I'm saying?
I was just finna ask that. How you stand out on film?
Right, all that, man. It go on forever.
If you recruiting the guy right now, you like, okay, you got 10 of them. How you know? Oh, this the one I want right here. He my number one guy.
From a running back standpoint, does he have short area burst? Does he have good contact balance? When he get hit, does he fall down? Let me see a variety of runs. Is he an outside guy only? Can he run outside and inside? Can he do other things besides run the ball? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see 5 minutes of him just running the ball. Can he catch it at all? Can he block at all? Does he do anything else? As a running back, like I say, the position is so limited now. You got to be a football player, man. I would like to see a running back play safety or linebacker or something, because a lot of these running backs that's gonna come in, if you ain't the first guy, you're gonna play kickoff team, you're gonna play punt team. I got 5 running backs that dress right now at Southeastern. 4 of them on the kick return team, and only one of them is a return man. All right, one of them is the off returner, one of them is the middle back on the second row, and 2 of them play on the front line. That means they got to be able to run, they got to be able to block, they got to be able to catch, they got to be able to tackle. 2 of them on punt team as well, one of them on the punt block team. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be a football player, man. Like all this, I remember Coach Young used to say it. You play D-line. I play the whole D-line. I don't just play D-end. I need to be at the right side. I need to play left side. I need to play inside. I need to play outside. If you can't do that, you ain't bringing no value to the team, man. So all this specialist stuff, you feel me? If you ain't no quarterback, I don't need you to specialize. No, I need a football player.
You got to be playing everything. Not to play a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there.
Defensive back, can you play corner? Can you play safety? Can you come down in the box? Can you cover outside? Can you cover inside? Especially at the high school level, if you're a top guy, can't just be a left side corner. You know what I'm saying?
You is not Richard Sherman out here, sir.
You can't just be a left side corner, man. Now, when you get to Richard Sherman level and make a Richard Sherman money, then maybe. But in the high school level, man, please, I need to be able to put you on their best guy, whether you're on the left side, right side, inside, outside. So, can I see that versatility? If you ain't got that, yeah. Trust me, I can show you some guys that do got it.
A lot of them, and it'll be a lot of ones. It'll be a lot of ones that's be slept on too that you don't even know. You don't even know their name.
But see, again, this is another reason why you come to camp too, because we're gonna see that at camp. At camp, you ain't just gonna play your defense. You're gonna play what I want you to play. So I want to see you press. I don't see you pressing on film. Can you press? Let me see you do it. You know what I'm saying? Let me see you run with a guy man coverage. Let me see if you got good eye discipline. Let me see what kind of side-to-side twitch you got. Change the direction skills. So, do you take coaching well? Do I have to tell you something 5, 6, 7 times, or can you pick it up second or third time? So this, all this factor in, man. But like I said, it ain't no one trick.
Shit difficult, boy. God,
for sure. If you're doing it right,
it's a lot, man.
But I know y'all be stressed about that recruit, but what you just said, boy, God dang, but you gotta look for all this. You gotta look character, you gotta look grades, you gotta look film, you gotta look to stand out here, you gotta be doing this, you got to boy.
And you gotta put your name.
How much film you watch a week?
Man, I don't watch TV.
I know you don't. Straight film.
I don't watch, man. Everything is film, man. If I ain't driving in my car, I probably as soon as I get off of this, I probably got to go watch the team we finna play. Got to watch their punt team and punt block team, man, because I coordinate those units as well at Southeastern. So yeah, we always studying, trying to find that extra edge for the win.
That's how it's supposed to be, man. But I appreciate y'all boys coming and kicking with me tonight, man, on the King Tales Recap Show, man. Had a great show, great talk. For all my young recruits out here, y'all go ahead and spill back on here. Coach Strong giving y'all the sauce on how to stand out on the film. So stop asking Tab. Coach Strong just gave you the sauce, so stop asking me because I'm not a recruiter. I just know some people.
Tab. And another thing, make sure they're accessible, man. Like you go to the Twitters or X, and they got these crazy ass names, and then you got your. I remember when I was in Kansas, and I want this guy during player so bad, man. And coach like, when you get in touch with him, we can probably make some happen. Well, I couldn't get in touch with him for nothing. I tried every angle. I tried to hit friends up, but he had everything set to where you can't get in there. DM him and stuff like that, man. And then when you put your names up, man, you got to understand that you're part of a brand. So whatever you're doing, you attach yourself and be careful what kind of just have that set for that. Don't be liking these other pictures that comes up on there and all this stuff, putting on there how you just you the Hellcat bandit standing on top of your car. All that kind of crazy stuff, man. Just line yourself.
Fingers and all that, man. All that. It's an interview, man. That's your resume.
So y'all search the social medias for real too.
Yeah, for sure,
man.
All that. Listen, man. The way it works. If I recommend a kid, man, if we sitting at the round table and coach say who got a linebacker, and I say I got this linebacker from Bartow High School, his name such and such, we're gonna pull him up right there in front of everybody. And most times we're gonna pull his Twitter up. If he on there with a ski mask on, throwing up fingers, like such and such pouring out, he got a blunt in his hand. All this is the first thing they're gonna see before we even get to the football. Like, what I'm saying, what this is you recommended. You feel me? So you got to understand, man, all that's your resume, man. It's an online resume. It follow everything you do. So, if you have 2 social medias, have a social and then have
in the festival.
You know what I'm saying? If you just got to have it, but understand what's your goal, man. Your goal, your actions got to match your goal, man. So if you out here smoking every day, if you out here sliding every day, if you doing all this, you ain't really trying to play no ball, man. You know what I'm saying?
Say slide every day. No, you just didn't say slide every day. But that's what they doing these days.
Yeah, you got all these letters in front of your name, OTL, TEL, and such whoever you is. Like, come on. The first thing we going, what all that? What that mean? You know what I'm saying? Well, who is OTL?
Straight thank you, gang banging. You feel me? But that do go a long way, because y'all not the only ones I heard that from. I always heard that from coming up. Make sure your social's clean. Make sure you ain't doing nothing too wild, because the first thing they going to, that's straight to that social. Definitely in this age, because that's what everybody, that's what all these kids want to post everything. It ain't nothing private no more. So they really posting their life on there for you to see.
Absolutely. So I know who you is before I even meet you. That's gonna determine if I want to DM you or not. You posting fights. You smoking, you know what I'm saying? You got pistols. all kind of stuff. It's like, man, don't worry about it, man. He might can play ball.
I know so many kids don't got turned off like that by you, boy.
Man, it get like that, man, because we in an era where everybody feel like they post everything, but like I say, man, you got to be able to stand on that stuff. If you truly recruiting and evaluating these guys, man, you got to go the extra mile and look into them.
It be some of them lazy. Fuck that. I see all that, but I'm gonna still go get him.
And then
red flag.
Baby. Yeah, I mean, if you ignore the red flag, you're gonna get what you bring in there, man. So God lose their job for that.
Man, last thing when you're going to these camps, and I said this before, you get your mom or dad to pay $500 and stuff to go to these camps, and you've been sitting your ass on your butt all week or a month and eating wings and just working out,
man,
a great part of
playing NCAA 25.
And then you want to go out there and then thinking you finna do what you did in the season, and then you finna run up on a monster who's trying to get a scholarship, and he been busting his behind all year, training for the camp. So train for the camp. Get yourself in shape. Get with somebody that's gonna train you for a position specific, not a YouTube where they just, it look cute. That shit is not football. Listen, man. I learned this ninth grade.
Who you throwing shots at out there? What training you throwing shots at?
Throwing no shot. Well, whoever the fuck want to get it, but I'm not throwing it. I'm just saying it's what I believe in. You know what I'm saying? This is how I train. I train with Lois Leggy. I train with a track guy. I got fast. I was a big man with speed. It ain't too many don't run around here like that. You know what I mean? And then you know how I got stronger? There's a guy that he tried to train me like an Olympic guy, right? And I ended up talking with somebody else. You remember Mr. George? He used to do the push-up with the big arms and all that stuff. So Mrs. George said, man, you need to control your body weight. So I started doing push-ups. And then next thing you know, instead of doing the wide grip, I'm like, if I can get 400 pounds close, or not even close, but regular bench press, this is how I play. You know what I'm saying? I know wide grip is a development stage, but this is how I play. So I'm getting 480 pounds, 500 pounds tight. Now I can get your ass up off me. You see what I'm saying? So that's how I'm training. Train like you play. You play, not
okay. Training. I see what you're saying. The other trainers out here ain't training on what they play, on what you playing.
Some of them are training stuff, but it's touching it. But then sometimes it's all over the place. So some of the times they might be training. They don't know. They might hit some agility. They might hit some IQ. They might hit, but it's not specific. But then if you take that player and then you take a player who's training specific to a camp, then that kid is going to stand out more of what he's going to do. He's going to go to a football camp. They're not going to take him through obstacle course. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way I see it, man. I'm getting sleepy, man.
Y'all heard it here from two of them, man. I'm talking about two great coaches, a lot of experience. One still doing it right now at the college level. He just taught y'all how to get recruited, how to stand out on the film. He just told you grades, character, stand out a lot. I'm telling you, that can outweigh talent sometimes.
A lot of time, man. A lot of times. I don't want to, keep going over the same thing, but like I said, at my level, man, hundreds of guys. I have to keep a top 10 list. That way if guys can be here or there, we can just go to the next man. But most of these guys gonna be about the same height. They're gonna be 5'8" to about 6'1". Most of them gonna be about the same weight, 185 to about 220. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna make you stand out? Most of them got a long run. Most of them was the star on their team. Most of them wore number 2, et cetera, et cetera. Transcripts. When I look at the transcripts, I'm gonna see 2.1, 2.4, 3.5. 2.0, they gone. I don't even need to see the film. They can't stay in school. You know what I mean?
They ain't going to class.
Yeah, when I talk to them coaches about character, when I look at that attendance report and I see this man got this many absences, boom, I can scratch them out. So a lot of guys gonna just weed themselves out, just by the off-field stuff, man. So, student athlete, man. Everybody say it, but
y'all used to preach that too, but you got to be a student first.
Yeah, got to be, man. Even if you don't like school, you got to get through it. You got to get through it long enough, to get where you want to go. So play the game, learn how to play the game.
That's facts. But like I said, man, I appreciate y'all coming on with me tonight on the King Tell Recap Show. I know y'all busy, man. I'm going to let y'all go and get back. That definitely you, man. You got the playoffs coming up. Got a big week this week.
Yeah, for sure.
And I appreciate
Hey,
y'all.
Strong,
Boys,
where y'all
man.
play at, man? Y'all play home?
Nah, we done did all our home games, man. We got one more regular season game. This week we're going to Thomas University in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then that's gonna we need to get that win. That's gonna that'll determine, our playoff situation or not. We won't know until next week Sunday if we made the playoffs or not. So, we just gotta control what we control right now.
Go on, get in there and get you another one, Coach Strong, for the boys.
So that's always the goal, man. You know what I'm saying?
Get you another one. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all boys coming to kick it with me tonight, man. We gotta do this once again, man. When the season over, everybody relax, man. We can talk about everything that unfolded.
Anytime. Hit me up whenever.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all boys.
For sure.
All right.
Hey, man, yeah, man. And that is a wrap, man, from the King Tell weekend recap show. And it's your host, King Tell. Make sure y'all tune in this Thursday to the Extra Media Weekly Live show with me and my brother Jizz. We will be back with another back. My boy, Rewind is back. Show your son. If he wondering how to get recruited, Rewind is back to about the 120 mark, the 130 mark. Man, the boys gonna give you that answer. But yeah, man, it's your boy King Tell. And guess what, y'all? I'm out.